Hi everybody, I'm Joe from Joe Pro Decor. How's everybody doing? Now today I'm on a job, I'm in a small bathroom and I've been asked to do a feature wall that needed quite a lot of sanding down because it had been previously painted before and there was a very rough texture to the wall. So I've gone over that with my marker today. I've got to do a bit of filling. I'm redoing the woodwork in this room. And redoing the ceiling. So as you can see on this ceiling here there was large gaps all the way around the perimeter of the ceiling. Now what I did was I put some precision edge lock masking tape around the edge. I then caulked, but within about 10 minutes of caulking I painted over the top of the caulk. Now what this does is, it enables me to paint along the same as the tape, and then when I remove the tape it leaves a very, very clear, precise, clean edge. Rather than masking and then painting and cutting in, you kill two birds with one stone. So today I'm going to show you that technique. So first of all, just let me explain, at the top of this ceiling, the tiles had been grouted, but there was bigger grout in some places than there was in others, and some of the grout had cracked away. So basically I've replaced all the gaps with caulk and painted around, so it gives it that effect of like a lid basically on the ceiling. It just curves around slightly all around the top edge, giving a really nice finish. And along that wall there is a very, very slight ridge, and when I cut up against that, wow, that's going to look nice and crisp. You can't see it from down here. It's a very, very, very fine ridge. So what I'm going to do is show you today. I'm going to actually show you the process of doing this, and it comes in really handy. So at the moment, see, I wouldn't go OTT like this always, but this is just to show you and give you a demonstration on how this is done. So as you can see on this skirting here, and it's on tiles, so it's not as if I can paint up slightly onto the tiles. So I have to fill the gap and paint over the caulk and do the same process as what I've done on the ceiling. On the woodwork, it was old oil based, so I'm going to be putting a coat of half primer, Caprol half primer, which is on top of the woodwork after sanding thoroughly. That gives it a really, really good surface for the water-based trim paint to go on top. So as you can see, there's the gap. I'm using Pro-Dec tape today, and it's actually the first time I've used it, but I was impressed with it on the ceiling. It's Pro-Dec Advanced Precision Edge. So I'm going to be doing some caulking in a minute. I'm not going to actually show you me doing the caulking, that's pointless. And I'll rejoin you after I've done that. As you can see, there's gaps around the door arc. So I've put it on there to show you a demonstration of that. And obviously I've got to mask the tiles on the top and the bottom. So if you just give me 1 second. So what I've done is I've caulked the gaps. As you can see, the caulk of choice for me is Fat Hog caulk, which I get from my local Johnston's. And then what I did was I used this product, Caprol half primer, and I've applied 1 coat of half primer. Now it doesn't matter what the product is when you're doing this. It can be emulsion, it can be trim paint, it can be anything. It doesn't really matter. The whole purpose of this video is to show you how you can get perfect clean edges using an edge lock tape. Other edge lock tapes include Fat Hog, Tessa, Deltec and so on. This is just the one that I'm trying out today. They're all pretty much the same really, to be honest. They have different levels of adhesion. As you can see, this one's brilliant. It sticks to tile, no problem. Right, so basically what I want to show you now is me peeling away. Now it's had it's like I said, it's been caulked. I left it for 10 minutes just to start skinning over. And then what you do is you paint the caulk. If you do it straight away, you're going to end up pulling the caulk with the brush, which is no good. You have to give it a little bit of time to start going off and then paint over it. So here we go. I'll grab an edge. I am one-handed at the moment, so bear with me. Now if you look at that now, beautiful clean edge. No cutting in required. So obviously, when you're doing this yourself, you don't have to peel the tape after the first coat. So obviously I'm going to be doing multiple coats. And this is just for demonstration purposes only. But if you're putting more coats on like I am, you can leave the tape on. And what you do is you keep re-wetting the edge as you put the paint on. And then that allows you to do this same process after the last coat. So there you have it. So we'll pull that one off. If you just pull up slightly on this next one, it's a bit awkward one-handed if I'm honest with you. And then do the same with that one. You pull off at like a 45-degree angle. So as you can see, I'm not going to take the bottom one off because I'm going to be re-wetting that and I'm going to be taking off at a later time. So now I'll go over and show you the other one. Right, so let's have a go at this one. And there you have it. So if you remember that earlier on, there's a big gap there. Now you've got a nice clean edge. So there you have it, guys. That's one way of getting your nice clean crisp edges having been caulked. Now another way I normally do it is if I've got skirting boards, you know the ones I mean, the grained effect skirting boards, not the actual wooden ones. You go to a customer's house, they don't want them painting, and so for normally you wouldn't bother masking up the skirting boards because you're doing it last. But with them you have to mask them up, because if you start rubbing the paint off afterwards, like you do sometimes when they're on the normal skirting boards, you can start taking the grain off, the effect off the grain. So it's perfect for that. You do this process, you do all your prep, you come to do your skirting boards, and you do this process just before you do your cutting in and doing each wall at a time, if you know what I mean. So anyway, hope that helps everybody, whether it's a professional decorator, whether it's all you guys DIYers out there. If you've got any questions, please ask. Doesn't have to be related to this, it can be anything. If you want any other demonstrations doing for your own purposes, please ask. I'll always do whatever I can. Please subscribe below, please, and watch any further videos that I upload. Take care, everybody. All the best. Bye-bye.